Hey friends, this is Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, coming to you live and direct from Atlanta, Georgia. And in this video, I'm going to answer the question for you: should I become a real estate agent? Stay tuned. There are a lot of reasons that people become a real estate agent, and I'll give you my story. I became a licensed agent back in 1996. If you look at some of my previous videos, I tell the story about how I was working in the job, pretty much a dead-end job. There was no way I was going to be the manager or owner of that company. There was no room for upward mobility. I was basically working in a warehouse job and driving a truck, right? And so, I talked to my dad and I complained to my dad about, what could I do? I was in the music business, or I was trying to break into the music business at that time. And he said to me, well, why don't you become a real estate agent? Go to real estate school, get your real estate license. And I thought about it, and I didn't think about it anymore. I went off and did my own thing and kept on going and kept bumping my head like a fly against the wall, trying to get out of a fly against the window, trying to get out, and not to realize that, okay, if I just fly over to the right a little bit, there's a door open and I could just fly right out the window. I just kept bumping my head trying to do the same thing. And so I went back to him about 3 months later and I said, Dad, I'm sick and tired of this. What can I do? He said, well, if you had gone to school 3 months ago, you probably would have had your real estate license now. And so the question of should I become a real estate agent, at that time, I was looking for direction, and, I went to school and passed the test, got the license and had no idea what I was doing. They really don't tell you what your day-to-day operation should be in real estate school. You don't get a daily method of operation, and that's okay. That's okay. What you do have is an opportunity to generate some income. And there's a lot to learn, not just the stuff that you take on go to class for. A lot of that you probably won't use that in the real world. You may use some of it, but most of it you probably won't use, definitely on a day-to-day basis. And it's not like people are gonna just run to your door and beat a path to your door to get you to list their house for sale or to represent them as a buyer either. So one of the things I didn't know, right, and I like to tell this story, is that I didn't know anything about marketing. Nothing about marketing. My broker, the first broker I went to, he sat me down, he gave me a book, and he said, just call these people and ask them if they want you to list their house for sale. I don't even remember if he gave me a script or not, right? And so I hated doing that, and I'll be totally transparent and honest with you guys. I totally hated it. I know I built up a lot of sales call reluctance from that, that going through that, because people I never experienced. Actually, I had experienced people hanging up on me from a little job that I did in college, but this was a little different. Nobody was paying me to do this. You're an independent contractor, so don't think just because you become a real estate agent that you're going to get an automatic check. You may be able to go under a more established agent as an assistant. That's possible. A lot of agents like licensed assistants, and so you may be able to get paid that way. But you have to have the mind frame of, this is a career, right? This is a business. This is my business. You're going to get a 1099. I had no idea what a 1099 was, back when I was 25 years old. I'm older now. I went back to school and got my license again because I just really didn't take it serious. There's so many other things that I wanted to do, and I just didn't take it serious. I learned investing. I learned how to buy houses. And a lot of the stuff I learned in real estate school actually made sense once I learned how to buy houses. So that's one of the main things you really need to know why. Why are you going to school, dedicating 75 hours of your life to study material and then take a final exam and then take a state exam? And if you saw my last video, I talked about how, the first time I went through real estate school and taking the state exam, it was easy. It was really, really easy. The second time, the school part was easy because I did it online and I was able to just do it in no extra time. And I knew a lot of the material. But the state test was much harder. So don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. I would tell people back in the day, because I was a little bit more cocky, I would say, hey, I passed the test the very first time I took it. Anybody can do it. And that's just was me being, braggadocious at the time. Now, I don't think that way. And also, I know how to market. And I would tell anybody, you must learn how to market your business. And that's what one of my first real estate mentors taught me. He taught me marketing. He taught me business, and he taught me marketing. So I understand marketing now a whole lot different than I did when I was 25. A lot of things have changed. You have social media now. You need to learn how to market on social media. Social media just can't be like an afterthought. Maybe I'll, start an Instagram, profile and just, maybe post over there every now and then. Or maybe I'll get on Facebook and post on there every now and then. Or maybe like this video, maybe I'll put a video out on YouTube every now and then. You can't operate a business every now and then. And I don't care what business you're creating, whatever kind of idea that you got, you can't do it every now and then. All right. I apologize for the glare. I just got a ring light. There we go. I won't apologize on any more videos. So that's the thing. Should I become a real estate agent? You really know why. You really need to know why you want to become a real estate agent. I had sworn off becoming, getting my license back. I just let it expire the first time, right? Because I had too much things going on. I had a young family. I didn't know how to ask the question of how can I do this? How can I do this business and have my family as well? I had several things going on. I had a record label. I had a whole bunch of stuff going on. I had the monkey brain in full effect. I didn't even know what the monkey brain was at that time, but I just know that, I figured I could do all of these things and I couldn't, right? Something ended up suffering. And, if you're serious about being a real estate agent, then you really need to know your why. If you're just saying, well, I just want to make some money, it's going to take more than that. You've got to know customer service. You're gonna learn some laws, some real estate laws, whether they're on the local level, the state level, federal level. You need to know a little bit about mortgages. You need to know math. There's a lot of things that you're gonna need to know. And the people that you represent, they're gonna expect you to know that. And you have to also deal with the public in a totally different way once you become a real estate agent, because you're not looked at, by the real estate commissions or, the boards. You're not looked at as just an average person. You have specialized knowledge at this point. And the knowledge that you have, the right knowledge in the wrong person's head or the wrong person's hands can really cause problems for people. And so you got to know, again, and that's one of the differences. You may want to know if there's a difference between a realtor and a real estate agent. A realtor operates under a code of ethics. You really need to grasp that, because you're going to be expected to do the most ethical thing. And if it's not ethical, you're going to need to be strong enough to walk away from it. Don't get caught up in trying to make a fast buck, because it's really not going to be all that fast, truth be told. Now, there are some deals that you could close really, really fast, but most of them may take time, and you have to be prepared for that. I would say don't go out and quit your day job. Do not do that. You're going to need some cash flow coming in until your business takes off, until your business can what you're earning can take off, because you don't know when these houses are going to close. You don't. There are contingencies. There are things that happen. Things that happen, and you got to be prepared for all of that. So you're going to need some savings. You're going to need some type of cash flow in order to do this. It's not like you're just, if you have a regular 9-to-5 job, it's not like you're just gonna quit this 9-to-5 job and go be a real estate professional because you went to school and you've done everything. You've done every single thing. So you really need to ask yourself that. Your real question should be why. Why do you want to be a real estate agent? I know for me, the key factor in going back was my associations. I had gotten back into real estate investing, and I started networking with some real estate agents who had their stuff together. And I'm really happy about that. I'm in the final steps of the licensing process. If you see my last video, I'll put a card up here, there, somewhere up in the corner that talks about the real estate, the requirements to be a real estate agent in Georgia. Because there's nowhere on the website all the different steps or contingency things that you have to do to get done. So I put together a video of that. And it may be the same in some other states. It may be different. You need to check in your state. But like I said, the why. But it didn't matter that I had to go through all these extra steps, because I knew why I wanted to be a real estate agent again. I know why I wanted to be a realtor again. And again, it's the associations. And if you stick with me on these videos, I'm going to share with you some more things that can really just kind of open your eyes as to the benefits of having a real estate license. I mean, I'll say it like this. If you have a real estate license and you know how to invest in real estate, it's almost like you're a real estate assassin. And that's why you have to be regulated. I wholeheartedly believe that, because people get taken all the time for their houses. There are people out here that are not professionals, and the public has to be aware of what's going on in those type of situations. And a lot of people, they haven't been to any real estate classes or seminars. The only time somebody, the most real estate knowledge they may have is the home that they purchased, the home that they live in, and that's it. They haven't sold, tens of thousands of houses, or bought and sold, hundreds of thousands of houses or whatever. They haven't done that. Most people haven't. So should you become a real estate agent? That's totally up to you. But the main thing is you need to know why. And once you've got your why down, you need to go for it. I'm telling you. And I would also recommend that you find you a great group of people to network with, and you need to learn marketing. Hands down, learn marketing. It's the lifeblood of your business. I could only imagine if I had an ounce, if I knew only just a little bit of what I know now, back when I first got my license back in 1996, how things would be different. So you need to learn marketing. Is the lifeblood of your business. All right. So once again, this has been Carlton Lewis. If you got some value out of this video, make sure you like, subscribe, share it, and make sure you click on the notification bell and subscribe. But definitely click on the notification bell to let you know when I put out a new video. All right, once again, this has been Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, coming to you live and direct from Atlanta, Georgia. And this video is a wrap. Peace. See you guys on the next one.